This is the S&P 500 Spider ETF SPY one-day reading for April 4th, 2024. It's currently February 13th, 2024, 8:03 p.m. Eastern Time. PY at the time of this reading is currently $494.08. That's USD. And the shuffle video for the April 4th reading was created on February 2nd, 2024 at 4:15 p.m. Eastern Time. That's this video right here. So the overall theme and behavior for SPY on the 4th, we have a rally along a diagonal trend line breaking through horizontal resistance and meet a second resistance before pulling back to somewhere between those two price levels. Behavior around the highest high for the day, we have a rally along a diagonal trend line that ends with a fast sudden move higher and then a breakdown through that diagonal trend line with increasing volatility on the way down. Behavior around the lowest level, the oppression card in the low significator position indicates an important range, the bottom of an important range. It's either setting an important range bottom or it's meeting an important range bottom, and that would be on the scale of more than just a one-day chart. I'm advised to trade around 3 crisscrosses back and forth through the same price level. Usually it's first to the upside, then to the downside, and then back to the upside, usually confirming a bullish trend, but not in all cases. And it looks like that might actually take place first thing in the morning there. The whole purpose of the channel is to transmute some of the competitive energy of the stock market into goodwill. We do that by following the rule of karma for the channel. You go to the resources tab of our website, Tarot for Traders, and 5% of the profits from every profitable trade utilizing this information should be donated forward to one of these charities, or pick a charity of your choosing as long as you're paying 5% forward, and then 5% should be sent back to the channel through one of these links. If you're international, you can use Wise or you can use YouTube tips, and that leaves you at 90%. Make sure to spend that 90% out of love. As long as you follow those rules, you follow the rule of karma for the channel, the universe considers you an angel investor. It's going to send it back to you tenfold for following through. Blessings to all my angel investors. So let's get back into it. Okay, guys, remember, not each card's energy will necessarily line up perfectly with 1 hour of time. So there will be cases where you need to give it plus or minus an hour of wiggle room. It doesn't happen in all readings, but occasionally it does happen. Make sure to follow the sequence of events when that does happen, because that will keep you on track as far as what's happening and what to expect. So first off, we open higher, and then in the pre-market, there's a prominent move higher followed by a full retracement. It looks like we go from a low to a high, and then back to a low somewhere right around the open. Out of that low right around the open, it'll be like a full retracement back into a low right around the open. There'll be a big move to the upside standing out on a one-day chart. It'll be a breakout even on a one-day chart. If you the prior day, we open up a long position, maybe here midday, or possibly here at 2 before this big move higher. Might even open up a long position right at the close if we're still at lows, right? And you would look to close that long position here around 10 o'clock on the 4th after this like notable move higher. If you're nimble, you might be able to pull off a day trade here, because we're going to go up, down, and then break out through, like up, creating resistance, back down, full retracement, back to a low, and then up, breaking through that previous resistance that we met and came back down from, right? So that'll take us to this 10 o'clock hour where you should cash out of that long position for a good overnight swing. And then it gets a little hectic, guys. We have a period of volatility between 10 and 11. And a sharp drop that stands out in that period of volatility. Between 11 and 12, we have mixed behavior. It's mixed, sort of like what I call a sideways S formation, usually within a channel. So we decline from a resistance all the way to a support, reverse, retrace all the way back to the original resistance, reverse, retrace all the way back to that support, creating a sideways S or a decline, incline, decline within a channel. So that's something like that will take place around the 11 to 12 o'clock hour. And then we should meet support midday between that 12 and 1 o'clock hour. And we should have some sideways fluidity, equal amounts of bulls and bear inflow and outflow. So that takes two forms. Either it'll be like price swings that are equal amounts back and forth, up and down, or it'll be like a narrow range, but again, equal amounts of bulls and bears, inflow and outflow. I'm advised to be cautious around a trough at 1 o'clock, not to be misled or do the wrong thing there. And then there's a U-shaped dip there between 1 and 2, followed by a pop and drop between 2 and 3. Sharp move to the downside, starting right around 3 o'clock, or maybe just before 3 o'clock, at a key resistance level on at least a 1-month scale. And we decline pretty notably. There's a lot of volatility in that last hour. We decline pretty notably, increasing in momentum as we move forward into the close. There should be a brief peak in the post-market that we sell off through multiple support levels. And then the sneak preview for the following day, there's a notable decline in there somewhere that offers opportunity to close a short or open a long. Matter of fact, there's a trade opportunity here as well. So you might open up a partial short here at 10 o'clock when you close the long for that period of volatility, like after we have the breakout before the volatility. And then you might add to that long position before we have a good opportunity around at resistance here around 3 o'clock. Add to that short position if we have a good opportunity here around 3 o'clock. So partial short here, close along here, partial short open, and then add to that short there in anticipation. Yeah, interesting. So we'll get into it, but probably what happens is we open higher in the pre-market, but then decline pretty notably into lows here in the open. We'll talk about that in more detail in the next reading. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. Make sure to follow that rule of karma. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. It really helps out the channel. If you have subscribed, please share this with somebody that you think it would help. It's really the whole purpose is to help people. When it boils down to it, that's it. That's what it's about. So blessings to all my angel investors. I'll see you guys on the next one.